Listen up. I'm going to tell you why I am completely obsessed with Brunt. I've worn a lot of work boots in my life, and I'll tell you this, before Brunt, my feet were destroyed. I could not wait to get my work boots off. Then, I tried a pair of Brunt boots. Let me tell you, it was relaxing. Right out of the box, these things were ready to go. There was no break-in. There was no blisters. Right away, they fit so we could work. Comfort meets protection, meets durability, all in one. And these are not just any boots. These babies are built for the job site. Slip resistant, heat resistant, waterproof. They got it all. They are even electrical hazard rated. Whether you're rocking the Marin with its 6-inch soft toe, total powerhouse, or the Omen, lightweight, water resistant with all the features you need. I'm telling you, you're gonna get boots as comfortable as your sneakers, but as durable as real work requires. Over 500,000 folks have already joined the Brunt crew, trying them on the job risk-free with free shipping. Guys, check them out, but don't wait, because they're going fast for the holidays, and the holidays are right around the corner. Limited edition styles are dropping all month, and they're gonna sell fast. Treat yourself or the hardworking man in your life to something built to last. And hey, all my listeners get $10 off using code Chael at checkout. That's bruntworkwear.com. Use code Chael to get $10 off. Get yours today and let them know the bad guy sent you. The history of phrases. It's a very fascinating thing if you love the fight game like I do. People talk about pound for pound. And pound for pound is not your opinion. I hear people say that all the time. Well, it's wide open and it's opinion. No, you're not right about that. There's something called poetic license. Poetic license is given to the author of the statement. The term pound for pound can be traced back to a boxing reporter out of Brooklyn. And the first time that he ever wrote it down, and it made a paper because the internet did not yet exist, he stated the definition for pound, which is if both guys weighed the same thing. All right. I mean, it was very simple, but I'm just sharing with you, like somewhere in this game, we've come up with the term footwork. That's such a fascinating term for how a guy moves his feet. It's just interesting. We have these training camp for when a guy goes to practice, right? It's one of these things that once it's created, we can't ever get rid of it. The first thing to go is your speed. The last thing we lose is our power. Like, there's no truth to these statements. They just got created. You're not a champion until you defend the belt. It's not true, but once they're created, they're very hard to take back. Okay. Joe Rogan had made a statement as it pertains to Chimaev, and he said, Chimaev could do it. Talking about going up to light heavyweight. He said he could do it if he took some time and gained some weight. And I'm so interested. I'm so interested in why would that matter? I'm genuinely confused. Now, I do know that early on that was a belief, and early on it was believed that the bigger guy had the advantage. I mean, there was a time when we believed that if one guy had a tattoo and the other guy didn't, that he must be tougher. Like there was things in the sport that we just didn't know. Why would he need to gain weight? What would happen in the fight? Who's ever gained weight and it's been good? Meanwhile, that's a double-edged sword. When's it ever been bad? I mean, we've seen it twice this year. This isn't like some history lesson and we got to go back to 1993 in Mobile, Alabama. We've seen it twice this year. We saw Ilia move up and finish his opponent. Being the smaller guy, no time off, just move up. And then we saw Islam do it, no time off, no let me go gain weight. He had the most dominant performance in title fight history, arguably. What do you mean why would he have to take time to gain weight? Like who? Like who do we know that did that and we can use that as an example? In fact, I can only think of one guy that we ever had do it. It was John Jones. But all of us as outsiders, we knew that John can win that heavyweight belt at any time, whether he weighed 228 or 238. And absolutely nothing to do with it. And we don't do this at heavyweight, by the way. Ever. We never have two heavyweights that are fighting and we go, but this guy's bigger. Hey, this guy's 220, but this guy, boy, he's 260 pounds. We don't ever bring it up and go, well, that's 40 pounds. That's real weight. Not fake weight that you see at a weigh-in. You have no idea what the guys get in the ring at when they're in any division but heavyweight. You have no idea. They weighed in yesterday at 205 pounds, but you don't know what they weighed today. And then even if you were to find out or if you were to speculate, it doesn't move the betting line towards the heavier guy. Ever. You instantly build in this whole, he cut a lot of weight. He's probably going to be a little sluggish tonight. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, you find a way to criticize it. But at heavyweight, if a guy weighs in at 260 and their guy weighs in at 220, when they get in the ring, one guy's going to be 220 and one guy's going to be 260. They are going to have actual 40 pounds. But it never gets discussed, literally, ever. It's just accepted. So why? Why over a couple of pounds are we arguing? Like if Chimaev fought at 205, he would get on the scale at 205. Now he might get in the ring at 207 or 208. But his opponent's going to weigh 205 the day before as well. Now the opponent might get in the ring at 220, 225. That would be very rare, but let's just say 225. So that would give the opponent... 5 minus 8 is impossible to do, but roughly 17 pounds. We're going to have a conversation about 17 pounds, but we're not going to have it at the heavyweight that's giving up 40. I just find it to be interesting, that's all. Whoever could win between Chimaev and Pereira today. All right, great, go do a training camp. The same guy is going to win. He might win differently. He might have better pace and a better conditioning. The same guy's going to win. 100% of the time. Not a broad stroke, not part of it. 100% of the time. Neither guy trains, they both get in there, whoever went. Interrupt training camp. 4 weeks in and 4 weeks early. Interrupt training camp, have those two guys. Whoever wins that fight is the same guy that would have won it before the training camp and that's going to win it after the training camp. He may feel better and he may look a little bit different. The outcome will not change. So, why? Why would Chimaev need to take time and gain weight? I mean, who have we seen that from? 2 for 2 this year. Neither did it. Both won. Ilia Topuria, Islam Makhachev. But let's use it. Who have we seen that gained weight? And it helped in fighting. The absolute first thing, number one thing that you do in a training camp is lose weight. Your coach will weigh you in on the first day of training camp, every training camp in the world. And 8 to 12 weeks later, you are going to weigh different. You're going to weigh less. You lose weight. It's a positive. And I'm open to being wrong here. I would just like you to give me an example. Who has ever gained weight and it's been helpful? If Chimaev can beat Pereira today and he goes and gains 10 pounds, he'll still be able to beat Pereira. It does not change it. And this used to not be a conversation. Frank Shamrock was lighter than everybody. He was the champion. Hoist Gracie was the original, lighter than everybody, and he beat everybody. Randy Couture, one of the smallest heavyweights to ever do it, and he beat everybody. Daniel Cormier, 205-pounder, that bumped up, and he beat everybody. I mean, I can just keep playing this game. I would love for you to play it one time in reverse. Where would you possibly get the idea that somebody needs to be bigger or that somebody needs to take some time off and gain some weight? Because I want to break that down. How do you gain weight? It's not a trick question. I don't ask this to stump you. How do you gain weight? You take in more calories than you burn. So the mere concept of putting on size, the mere concept, it does not mean that you're eating more. It means that you're training less. Every time. Again, I would ask you, where in history does training less get you a better result? I'm just stuck on that idea. I'm just stuck on it. I'm very surprised of many of the adages that live in the world of MMA. I am very surprised. I will hear them all the time. I hear the boxing announcers put them out, the MMA guys, and we just live with it. We just live with it. We don't bother to correct the record. But that's a pretty far out there idea. A guy weighs 185 pounds. He wants to compete at 205 pounds. Not for nothing. That's the same thing. 185 and 205 is the same thing. It's like when you get the 45-pounder and he makes an argument for 55. It's the same thing. If you weigh 145 and you weigh 155, you guys weigh the same thing. Go play. Go play. Get out of my hair. Come find me after recess. You're the same. I'm 12. Well, I'm 11 in 5 months. You're the same thing. Well, I'm a 4th grader, but I'm redoing it. It's the same thing. Go. Why would Chimaev need to gain weight? I'm really stuck on that. What would that do? He needs to gain strength? Is that what we're saying? He's not strong enough? Why would he need to gain weight? Where in the history of that sport has that helped?